after all these years, I still don't know why. Ooh, ooh. Must have known you even before I saw your face. Must have felt your touch.
Hey, Ken, you're on.
Oh, I am? This is Ken Selcer. I'm going to do a song for you. I started the visual radio called With You. More happening here than meets the eye. More going on here that mystifies. More happening here underneath the sky. When I'm with you, when I'm with you. Ever wonder if the truth be known? Ever wonder if the light is shown on the things that I say and do? When I'm with you, when I'm with you. Sun rises, keep setting in the western sky. Get up every morning and after all these years I still don't know why. Ooh, waiting for a long, long time. On this long, long climb, wondering when the stars will align. So I'll be with you, I'll be with you, still grabbing for the prize as my dreams fly by. Still living all the lies my heart seems to memorize. Ooh, I remember being a lot of pain. I remember the same old refrain, feeling as if I was a little insane. I want to be with you, to be with you. Must have known you even before I saw your face. Must have felt your touch in another time and space. More happening here than meets the eye. More going on here than mystifies. I know I'll be satisfied when I'm with you, when I'm with you. Still grabbing for the prize as my dreams fly by. Still living all the lies my heart seems to memorize. Ooh,
That's Ken Selcer on Visual Radio, June 24th, 2011. We're going to show a little Rob Gronkowski right now. Yesterday at Manchester Field in Winchester. And here we go. Live on Visual Radio Live. Thank you, gents. Thank you, guys. Yeah, helping the kids, I think it's magnificent. That's great.
Definitely.
Bruins won, and it brings excitement to the city. Isn't it great how each sport feeds off the other and helps?
Yes, it is great. I mean, it's fun watching other sports too. I mean, in the off season, you're not playing a sport, so it's fun to watch other sports pertain, like watching like the Bruins in the playoffs, Celtics in the playoffs. It's a lot of fun just cheering them on too, because they're like your local team. They're like your next door neighbor basically. So it was cool watching the Bruins win it all, and it was exciting too.
It's not like the Patriots need any extra oomph, but that does bring even more people into the fold, I think.
Yes, definitely. It brings everyone into the fold. I mean, it just shows that how great New England fans are, because they're out there for every team.
But I was like amazed. You're doing this with a lot of different camps, it seems.
Yes, it's cool just going out there, talking to the kids, and just hoping that they get something out of it for the day and move on to the future and do well.
And maybe you find the next Brady or
I mean,
the next Kurt Schilling.
There's always the next Brady or next Kurt Schilling.
What about the next Gronkowski?
Right.
That's it, Gronkowski.
Well, that was the implied. That was the understatement.
One thing about this book is you're not in it because you haven't won a Super Bowl
That's
yet.
good.
So we win another Super Bowl, we'll have another edition of this Total Patriots.
This is all. You got to win a Super Bowl to get in here.
We have to update it. You guys got to win. You got to be a winner.
Oh, you update it after every Super Bowl.
After every winner. You got to win it. So
No pressure's
on.
Soon to be. My name in here within the next century.
All right, folks. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rob Gronkowski.
Right, no problem.
Yep. Thanks, Paul Manganaro.
Yeah, you got it. Thanks, Joe.
Who wants these markers?
I can't. You don't want to keep them?
And Bob Hildeberg here, who was our guest last Friday night. And look at that. It's June 23rd, and less than a week later, you're back on the air. Thanks, WinCam. Thanks, everyone.
We're going to settle. We're going to have a football season.
And that is our interview with Rob Gronkowski. Not the entire show. We just threw some of the final bits in at the end. Rob talking to me at Manchester Field. Boy, that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Paul Manganaro. Amazing man. That was on the wonderful show last week. I want to thank Dan and Joe in the next room. They did an amazing production job there with all the segue from the wonderful show to Ken Selcer. Let's give them a round of good job, guys. Thank you, Joe LaRocca. Nice. And Dan's an award winner here at WinCam. Boy, if I had that kind of hands-on experience at his age, we'd be running NBC right now, Joe, instead of Comcast, you know?
It'd be JBC.
Yeah, there you go. Kim, what was that song? It was very pretty.
It's called With You.
And
I just recorded it 2 weeks ago. I did some tracks yesterday and today. And it's a cool song. I have a full band on it. Well, drums, bass. I just put acoustic guitar and lead vocals. I didn't put lead vocals yet. Lead guitar and keyboards today.
So our viewers are getting to see your album as it's in the making.
That's right.
Isn't this kind of cool that we're contemporaneously documenting you live with your recordings in the studio? It's good material. It's great material. I've known your material for years. This is potentially your best album yet.
This is going to be my best album. In fact, it's going to be a double album. I have about 20 songs, 22 songs that I'm going to put on it. So it's a double album.
Hey, Lady Gaga, she did amazing. Her first week out was over 1 million copies. But Ted Yates just called while Ken was singing. So Ted Yates is our guest tonight. He's going to be calling in. There he is.